Hello gamers. It's time for new balance patch to buff most of EOD specializations. I hope nothing goes wrong.
Look, Ely is finally going to be good.
Oh no, the downster teller he wants to be viable.
Why, you little... I got you! Go!
Stop! He's already dead.
2 days later. Several bad puns later.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Hi, before we start I want to give a tips about this build, and I will try to keep it short, but if you still have more questions you can join my Discord and drop your questions in Elementalist chat channel. With that being said, let's start. Since the last patch in March 29, Catalyst base power damage got buffed and the duration of the floating elemental orbs got increased. So in this case I'm using full celestial gear, so we benefit from all element skills, since we have to swap to all of them to use the skill 3 in each element. I'm using Balefire runes to increase the power damage and the condition duration, so we can reach 100% burning duration, and to increase the other condition like vulnerability and bleeding duration by converting 7% of the power to expertise. I have tested all kind of runes and this one gave me the best damage result since we are hypered. You can get the rune from dungeon called Citadel of Flame, but if you want to have different alternative rune till you get this one, I advise you use Rune of Berserker that has decent damage increase to the build, but I still recommend work for the Balefire one. Also with Celestial Gear, Arcane Trait line and Catalyst Trait, we will be able to have perma boons, and having different uptime kind of boons will increase the damage by 2% for each different boons. Also Catalyst will be even stronger in EOD maps. The reason is because the new feature in EOD, you will find around the maps stuff called Offensive Protocol and Defensive Protocol that will grant bonus damage and defensive stats, and will grant you almost all the boons every time you engage on mobs, and all of those different boons will increase your damage because of Arcane Trait. And finally I'm using Fire Trait line to increase the duration of burning by 20%, and note this trait will increase the duration of burning above the cap, mean you can reach 120% burning duration increase. Also every time you swap to fire or do a fire combo, you will generate a fire aura that infects burning to all nearby enemies. And since we are hypered, Fire Trait line will also increase the power damage of fire skills, and let Fire Field from skill F5 grant passive 5% more strike damage. As for the skills, I'm using Signet of Fire. The passive will increase the critical chance, and I can sacrifice that passive to inflict long duration burnings that will help to kill bosses faster, since the Signet has low cooldown. As for healing, you can heal yourself by summoning Ice Golem from the elite skill while in water element, or using Hammer 4 that will leap to the target to deal damage and heal you massively. Also if you want more healing, you can drop F5 skill on water element to have water field. When you do combo like leap or blast, will give you an extra heals. Your combos are skill 5 in fire, air and earth, and also skill 4 in water. And every time you do a combo field, you will always going to get an aura. And every time you get an aura, you will also grant yourself a buff that will increase all your stats by 1% for each stack. For condition removes, you can remove 3 conditions from skill 5 and water. But if you want to have more, you can change to Catalyst healing skill that will remove 5 conditions in 5 seconds.